Yeah, who knows? Who knows who the favourites are here? The unpredictability of Cloud9 results in Perfecto doubling up towards Monster and still getting away with his life. Now into the 5-on-3 we find ourselves, and it's looking pretty good for Cloud9 in the pistol. Oh, electronic, and it's over. It's all over. Cloud9, an incredibly clean pistol.
Yeah, that is insane. Rups nicely in the spot for spooky season. Has got a skeleton hanging from his closet, not in the closet. But perhaps that's a nice metaphor for the FaZe lineup right now.
Of their last 4 attempts on the map, lost it out to Complexity most recently, as Boomich does not lose much in that spray. XL jumps in to recover things, saves over Boomich, looking to bring another kill into the fold. A nice tag there onto Rain, but a great response onto Electronic, but Boomich's nade seals the deal, and with that, our new AWP IGL and Boomich is doing it all. Nice trade from Carrigan, and that's going to apply the pressure again onto Boomich's head.
Falling back. He's done a lot already. 2 kills in the round. Perfecto does start that track back over. The bomb is actually trickling back now for FaZe. Roki getting called into position here. And Rups has been able to hold the line, and that just means there's an MP9 to try and hold them off from the B bomb site. Hobbit has been fantastic with those SMGs, and this molly should make things a tad bit easier. Actually cuts off Carrigan from the rest of the pack, but Carrigan, he's a one-man army, breaks the site open. Boomage on the angle, he's able to finish that kill off, but Carrigan was low already. They still need to actually get the bomb down, and oh, Perfecto, he wants to push through, steps into the smoke, and he would have had perfect timing on Rups.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that timing will be dissipated along with the smoke. Perfecto continually peering on in, will go down to Rups as Boomich on for an AWP ace here, trades over to the A1S, and with that, Brokey will strike a nice recovery there from FaZe, but what a damn good effort from Boomich. Apparently, he really is an AWP IGL.
Yeah, I think if Hobbit just gets that kill with the MP9 when Carrigan was already low, so it's probably a kill that you should be getting. Some fantastic shooting out of Rain here as well. Carrigan, 2 battles where it's 50-50 at best, and he wins both of them. A slither of his HP.
Edging their control as another Molotov flies on through. Rups buffs his lines a little on the first kill, but this should just be a bit of a mop-up for now. I say that, Boomich is still alive and kicking. Another dink landed onto Brokey, but there we go, crisis averted. But again, props to Boomich for what has been a pretty spicy start for him. He's clearly keen to play at this tier 1 level again. Annoying piece of the puzzle to deal with on this FaZe side. You can always expect him, but hold on a minute. Twist gets that kill through the wall of connector. Electronic does not stand a chance.
I think there was some sort of information from Rups that he spotted the feet. Rain still needs to be careful. Checks close. And Boomage will also peek on out. XL works together with him. FaZe. I realize they've softened up the B bomb site, and they've got Rups moving through as well. Perfecto peeks out, takes the head off of Rups, and then the rest comes through. 20 seconds remaining to Cloud9. They're going to get their running boots on as well. Boomage putting in covering fire. The flash to come through. Carrigan entirely blind. Still able to get the kill on Perfecto. And Twist still holding the angle as well. Hobbit doesn't really realize that at all. Shot off into the distance, but then Brokey does tag Axel into death, leaving just Boomage.
Yeah, Boomich not going to be able to pull this clutch out of the bag. A 1v3 in dire straits as Cloud9 have the advantage, but it's quickly snatched away by an in-form FaZe. I mean, we were talking about 2 players in Twists and Rups having a fantastic tournament so far. I just want to highlight their stat lines up against Monty here. Rups had a 1.57 rating, Twists a 1.47. And they were boasting 103 and 102 ADR taken as well. They're just stemming everything that Cloud9 wants to do before these rounds really even get into full swing. This time they don't go in for mid-control. It's just Rups charging it towards short, but Hobbit is able to step in and save the life of Perfecto. A nice opening frag and a new chance perhaps for Cloud9, especially with Boomich performing consistently that well.
Axel, well, he only hopped on board very late into the battle, but felt like he had a better chance to take Carrigan down. It's Electronic to do so instead. As the spray goes through, a 2v4 for Twist and Brokey. We already mentioned them on their pop-off power. This might just be a ladder up too high as I'm gonna try and have a shot at this. They've got a huge economy as well, a surplus, and they're gonna be able to carry over into the next round. Their sights are yet again on B, which only houses Hobbit right now.
Yeah, this is a dangerous position for Hobbit to be in. With Simbroki, a powerful duo, start lobbing in utility, clearing out the close right corner. Hobbit is still nowhere to be seen for them, though. Smoke will bloom in front of him. Util will not be able to land deep enough to deny FaZe presence. As now they start picking up the pace a bit. Only 30 seconds left to go. It's a 2v4. It is still winnable, but it's not going to be an easy ordeal, especially with so many players stacked up in their way.
Oh, well, everybody's looking at them right now with Twist already going down. That just leaves Brokey electronic. I don't think Brokey fired off a shot at all. But either way, would have been a quick one for Cloud9. They had everybody surrounding. This is lovely to see the camps from Cloud9 as well. In the group stage, they didn't really have it. And now to see their face, we get to have a bit more of an in-look to their emotions as well.
They were hiding Boomage. That was the strat.
Yeah. He's not actually playing.
Yeah, Hobbit.
You take Axel into the count, who's getting pressure big time here.
Yeah, Axel needs to deliver here. He's out on an island and he's actually about to get backstabbed by Rain. A little bit of a laboured spray there, but he gets it over the line, and that's what's important, taking no damage in return. Rotations start to hurry up for this Cloud9 side, and FaZe, realising how much time they've got left, know they have to go for this straight-up A execute, and Perfecto deny the bomb crossing. Instead, catches Rain and the bomb carrier. Monster fragging there from Perfecto, as Electronic steps in for the final frag, and absolutely decimate that base offensive. Perfectly done.
Yeah, it must have been scary, though, because Axel going down, it looked like the entire way through, he had a very good inkling that somebody was going to come through the bathrooms. And then as soon as he got one kill on long, he just stopped paying attention to it. He got back creep, so he had the right read. It seems like he lost sight of it, but Perfecto, both of them, you look back at it in slow-mo, you probably still don't realize how he hit those shots. Incredible flicking performance and FaZe. All the money underneath the mattress, slowly turning from bills into change. Boomage. Make sure that Twist is getting a change of clothes as well, because he's just got blown out of it.
Yeah, again, fantastic openers from Boomage. He keeps on delivering. Karrigan and Perfecto go blow for blow, but Hobbit keeps the advantage in Cloud9's favor. Perfecto trying to play above the smoke here. Does drop off the back into the water. This will, of course, have been heard, but Brokey decides to abuse this time. This break in fights to go for the bomb plant, and that's probably the perfect play. As he actually cuts down Exile as well.
Perfecto up against Rain. Perfecto, wide swing, and that's the pivotal kill to be getting. Apparently assisted by Brokey. Boomage shot, so they know where Brokey was at least. He's made a disappearing act. Boomage through the sky with the USB, and as soon as his feet touch the ground, he's got a diet of bullets laid out for Brokey. And Cloud9, they fire back.
What a massive play from Boomage there. He Supermans through the sky, a gorgeous USP headshot. I want to see that one again, as it's a valiant effort. Lovely opener onto the site for Karrigan, but Perfecto and Hobbit are too powerful. And even as Rain tries to creep round the back of them, abusing the smokes in the water, it's just not... Gonna have to go for that execute sooner rather than later. Smoke dispelled. Karrigan yet to be spotted, though. Instead, it's Axel onto Rain, the last surviving Gambit youngster. As Karrigan picks up where he left off, and him and Brokey even the advantage as Electronic peeks back on in and gets peeked by Brokey out of the server.
This is very tough for Cloud9. Perfecto's still on the B bomb site, and like they're just gonna let Hobbit do his thing. If he can get a kill, that's all of a sudden calling Perfecto right into the play here. Brokey incredibly low, so the main lifting is having to be done by Twist, especially with Brokey on the AK. A little bit. Even if he peers on into long right now, Twist is tucked around the corner. There is kits on the both of them. They're trying to bait it out, but nobody's actually trying to defuse, and as soon as Hobbit goes for it, that's where Brokey peaks. Yeah, there's no chance here for Perfecto, and Cloud9, they've just left it too late. Maybe Twist dies to the bomb. Yeah, he does.
Okay, at least there's no weaponry saved over for FaZe here. It's not been the best of starts to Overpass for them. They do pull 5 rounds off in a row, but Cloud9 have gotten themselves straight back into proceedings here. They're starting to look much, much more comfortable on the server. Unfortunately, the denial of the plant can't be stopped in and of itself, so FaZe will at least guarantee themselves an equalized scoreline at the half. This is big for a T-side of Overpass. But can Cloud9 pull this last round over the line as Boomich goes for another opener, this time down towards Monster?
Oh, Boomich. Yeah, now he's got to be killed by Carrigan. Pushing out on the perfect timing. Perfecto is able to trade himself out at least. Still makes it a 3-on-3. Hobbit afraid to open the door. There's only still smoke in the way. Now that that's cleared up, see nothing on the other side, but the utility's still coming through for FaZe. Cloud9 been late to react every single time. Won't be able to get the bomb down. Brokey and Twist, they've already gotten rid of 2 on the site, leaving it all up to Hobbit. Surely this is impossible. You can get yourself up there, and they actually line up. He's given a chance, but FaZe, they still dominate on the T side.
Yeah, need to start picking things up in that fragging department on the bottom end of the scoreboard.
Going over towards the B site so quickly. Rob's forced to back down. Nade nicely in the pocket of Cloud9 members. Electronic struggling on that clock, but fortunately for him, the USP doesn't have a lot of bullets. And then meanwhile, Cloud9, they've gotten rid of everybody here. A kill streak for them, leaving just Rain to mop it all up in a 1v4. And as he rounds the corner, he's going to be found out. There's 3 man ready to swing. And Rain just takes down 1 into the grave with him.
There we go. A great start for Cloud9 in the second half. Bagging the pistol. As they're up. Yeah, plenty of Glocks just flying on in there. And Hobbit picking up a nice 2k in the midst of the carnage.
Blood. Especially with some of the performances from Rain in this map. Not necessarily the most positive scores. Axel goes chasing, finds that a broken Axel on that T side, getting activated.
Yeah, it's great to see Axel performing to this degree now. As you mentioned, massive impact in the previous round. A lovely opener here, and Cloud9 constantly applying pressure to FaZe. But Rain gives them a taste of their own medicine. Only for so long, though. No Mary Poppins story here as Hobbit whacks him round the face, and we're straight back to man advantage for Cloud9. Odds still identical, I believe. Still favouring the FaZe Clan boys here. But I would not want to rule Cloud9 out of this series just yet in the slightest, especially since they've got a solid chance at a 2-round lead here on Overpass.
Carrigan. It's Axel running away off into the distance. The one that could have been, at least for Carrigan in this instance. Cloud9, they've got different ideas. Still hunkered down, so there's definitely that avenue that they could take into B, but with the position of Boomage as well, the information that he's getting, he's right on the money thinking that this is the better side to go to, especially with Carrigan being over towards the other side. And the Org, oh, it's a laser beam, but Boomage, he's been one as well. Absolutely fantastic, and that means Cloud9, they're going to have a red carpet laid out for them going onto the A site.
Yeah, Boomich is still a sniper, even if he doesn't have a scope attached to his weapon. Long range one tap, as clean as you like. Of course, Carrigan's going to continue playing, but I'm looking forward to seeing what teams actually show up to our first CS2 major. It's tournaments like this that are great practice for the Tier 1 teams. Virtus Pro said that's exactly what they're using these tournaments for, just warming up, getting as many officials on CS2 as possible, because it is a new game. There are new mechanics. And there's a lot of stuff that teams still need to start adapting to.
Getting the information, Perfecto still getting tagged up as Rain wants to aggress at all the components from FaZe right now are starting to activate, but Rain just gets caught on the timing, looks towards where the util was thrown from, and all of a sudden, FaZe fighting a man down as Rob's. Well, he's glad he didn't tuck himself into the corner. Axel down low, crouching onto the ground, sees Rob's.
And yeah, this round has been incredibly well played so far by the likes of Cloud9. A 2-man advantage here on FaZe's map pick. This Hobbit extends it further. Brokey dead, the top performer for FaZe, leaving Carrigan and Twists in a 2 versus 5. Up in heaven, smoked on off. Not much that Carrigan can do, and Boomich even has all of A under his wing. Calls the rotation over. And now Carrigan, the only way he could win this round is by denying the plant, and that's probably not going to happen.
Thought for a second, okay, Boomage still gets the kill on Carrigan, but perhaps that Boomage just tells the rest of the team weapon from out of Twister's hand. It's Electronic on the angle to get it away from him. And Cloud9, this is what I mean. All of a sudden, their scope starts to look at 11 already.
Yeah, that's a 5-round streak on the board right now for Cloud9. As I just want to compliment the team play at the start of this. I mean, Boomage lobs the smoke in towards bathroom, Hobbit, top of connector, ready and waiting to hear any sound cues. I guess they anticipate that if there was anyone from...
Out of Axel and upgrade that weapon as well, but Cloud9 going so slow about this. I don't mind the switch up of pace, but they're leaving this very late, but Axel and Boomage able to activate simultaneously. Twist finally with an answer, but he's still fighting from a distant position. And Axel, the timing is against him. Carrigan gets a streak of luck on his side, but it is Rain that gets cut down on the site. Hobbit trying to find more space here for his team. Carrigan long distance removed now from the defense, so that means Twist, he has to look for safety.
To face it, now Cloud9 technically have the better win percentage on Overpass in the past 3 months. 1 out of 3 instead of 1 out of 4. But it's relatively even stature. Otherwise, FaZe always able to keep this map close when they played it. The map or the series that they picked into it, that Alan decides not to stick around to find out if there's anyone on the other side as 2 flashes fly through. He is so blind. Perfecto's nade lands perfectly and Axel doubles up behind him. FaZe, they're letting this one slip.
Oh no, and Brokey finally gets one back, but is that going to be enough? Because there are still smokes in the way as well. And FaZe, they have to find a way back in, but Electronic, he's going to be paranoid the entire way through, looking both sides as much as possible, but he's still got teammates. Rain dropping down did make a tad bit of a noise, but it looks like he might just be able to creep up. He's got somebody on the lookout by the name of Perfecto. Gets the kill on Electronic, sure, but Cloud9, they're going to be more than happy to trade this one out. Robs swinging wide up against Axel, goes down as well, and Brokey, he hits the highway. Full gas as well, but so do Cloud9 as they go in the chase.
Brokey's had 1 kill since the last time I checked in with him. He's been on 18 frags, now 19 for a little while, and Brokey being viciously hunted. Scared now as Boomage continues to pace it forward, and it's going to be Perfecto actually denying the Glocker frag, but a massive weaponry save denial as FaZe. They've been backed up against the wall. This is their map pick, but Cloud9 are flying through these T-sided rounds. Overpass, a T-sided map it seems.
Sure, backs against the wall, but there's a knife at their throat as well. And pleading and begging is not going to help you here. Brokey does get his ult, but look at the utility. The odds swiveled around. And Brokey is swiveled into the afterlife by Perfecto. FaZe are currently getting dominated. Boomage in a fight, but this is all Cloud9. 3 kills for them to go ahead into what could be the final round of this map, and it damn looked like it.
Twists and Rops in a 2 versus 5, out on their own, hung up to dry on this B bomb site. I don't think it matters where Cloud9 go at this stage. Every way they move, they have an advantage. Weaponry, utility, manpower. It's all Cloud9 right now. And this is FaZe's worst nightmare, a team that has so often in the past been their kryptonite. There's just really nothing that they can do but pray in an instance like this.
Yeah. Cloud9, fantastic look, but FaZe, we've been saying this could be their last dance with Cloud9. They've been stepping on toes here, and Boomage, so much control once again. There's just a smoke over. Boomage tries to thread the needle. That gives up his life. For Cloud9, they have that life to throw away almost. Twist up against Axo and FaZe. They are fighting back at last. Need to come through. Huge chunk of damage, but they need to think about Hobbit's position. They realize, okay, they've had a lot of room at A. Perfecto peeks out. That's another one down into the 6-feet grave. And Cloud9, they do triumph.
Round for the likes of Cloud9. We didn't even see any semblance of put togetherness here for FaZe, and Hobbit the cheek to go for this sort of fangs bared play. charging toward the blinded player as Electronic mops up everyone else with the dualies. It's indicative of the way Cloud9 want to continue to carry themselves here. And with that, FaZe will not be investing without a bomb plant into round number 2. This should be a 3-second on the board for our boys in blue, as NA's last Russian hope steps up to the mantle.
Oh, Electronic. Well, he'll still have a great time spraying. They all got caught on twist. And now Electronic is going to pat this from Cloud9. Peeking around the corner, around Brokey, stampeding. Axel realizes that, but if Axel goes down and gets traded out, well, it doesn't even happen. Electronic gets a free kill on Brokey. 0 damage taken thus far. Carrigan around the corner. That's nice. IGL battle, you mentioned that it was being won out by Boomage, so he's got the head-to-head. That he has to win. Electronic as well, but there's more where that came from. Electronic, the Bloodlust, also succumbs to a few bits and bobs of team damage. Backing himself into the corner. It's going to be a rather lengthy process, and I don't think he's going to be peeking into this one. Perhaps as soon as he hears the footsteps, this does get a tap in scary. Perfecto.
No way.
Rops is broke.
Oh, $0. $0 and no rifle for Rops. That is a painful beginning for FaZe. This is meant to be the time they start showing up, showing their former selves, but no. Boom it.
Hold on here. He's got the entire FaZe team on his doorstep, and I don't think he's too keen to invite them in. Nate to come through, but he's in a pickle now, and he'll be fully in the jar as Carrigan puts him in there. Cloud9, finally they're getting contained.
Yeah, Perfecto and Electronic, the last two alive. Both of them yet a massive sigh of relief. As yeah, it's been pretty rough up until this point for the last... Let's do the maths here. 12 rounds.
Okay, and I was just about to start the timer, but you got away with it nicely. Even though, for the game, the best play absolutely is saving here. I think for the people who like to see perfection as well, because... Matt.
I mean, yeah, from shot caller to shot taker. That's Carrigan. That's a lovely entry. Weaving his way back into a couple of prosperous starts here. Excellent headshot onto Boomage through the doors as our fragging IGL is missing the first part of that statement. 0-3. Orp unfortunately finding no success as now his teammates at a disadvantage will have to wriggle their way out of this one. I mean, 4 CT rounds on Anubis is already sort of minimum benchmark territory here. I'm not concerned yet, but Carrigan, if he starts warming up on an individual level, he is a scary entry fragger, and Rops, the perfect supplement. Perfecto, finally.
Orp will start carrying that into the next round as some late-stage aggression by FaZe, but yeah, they're not going to go any further than that.
Electronic and Perfecto hold their own as FaZe Clan starts to as well. Still 0 deaths on the pair of them. I wonder how long they can keep that up for.
Yeah. Electronic on for the nuke.
Decides to step up as well. 5v3 right now for FaZe, and this is the kind of team we were looking for.
Axel, too wide on the swing. Ropes is going to convert on his promises there. And Cloud9 again. Electronics has lost his perfect streak. Perfecto, he's still got one, and he's going to be trying to retain it as well. But FaZe, the more and more rounds they rack together, the easier it is to call the hunt on. Boomage up close. FaZe, they can't get too carried away. Now it should be fine. And if everybody started bomb rushing Boomage there and he gets a fair few kills all of a sudden, there's still a decent timer left on that bomb. Cloud9, they've settled in to the cave and Sniper's Nest trying to hold on here.
Is Perfecto wearing like an invisibility cloak or something? Because he's not even taken damage for I don't even know how long. They've just completely overlooked his position as Boomage has not overlooked Rain. It's a nice endeavor on the save. Chipping away at FaZe's economy, but their economy no longer the problem. It's Cloud9's and their lack of ability to thread rounds together after their opening 4. Is this going to be a sign of the times to come? I reckon as a safety net, we're looking for 5 here for Cloud9 on this CT side.
Cloud9, it seems like they're kind of just throwing odd punches, curveballs FaZe's way, and FaZe
now getting aggressive, and this might be the perfect solution. Rain in the danger zone, but as fire rains on down, Twist and Carrigan find one apiece. Electronic finally furthers that tally, and Perfecto will add a death to his, but Axel left in a 1 versus 4, realizes that this is much too difficult a task. And that will be an equalized scoreline as FaZe pick up 4. Cleanly done, losing only a single casualty.
After losing every single one of them. And they had a lot of saving going on. Rain might be caught, probably should here, but he's actually able to find some safe haven. And as soon as he peeks his head around the corner again, that's going to be Axel Tornov. And this is looking a whole lot better. Carrigan. Still no smiling faces just yet, because he knows that the T side has to be better than 4.
Yeah, Axel fluffing his lines a bit there as Hobbit bodied by an expertly placed frag grenade. The Molotov lashes too, licking at the feet of Boomage on his aggressive stint. Now, I give the game away, but nobody's even realized that it's been thrown. Electronic finally holding towards middle from heaven. Wait for Carrigan to make the play, but Carrigan, perfect counter strafe.
And Boomage on overpass, leading by example. Carrigan right here now up against Axel. Does get that kill as well. And Cloud9, they can settle in again. Ooh, almost a bomb caught. That wouldn't really matter all that much. But still, it was a tad bit scary. But Cloud9, again, they have to save. And Carrigan is doing great work. Absolutely fantastic. But
in a row on the board. And I said that a minimum for Cloud9 would be 5 here, but FaZe are looking to deny even that. Hobbit lucky to even still be alive here, as he doesn't quite get out of a line of sight in time.
Surely that nade was missed at the end. He was on 15 HP. He was damn low. Yeah, Carrigan. These are not the peaks that you look at and think, oh, well, he just obliterated them. I don't want to take anything away from Carrigan, but in Cloud9, especially Electronic, who's having a stormer, not being able.
As it appears they have their sights set on A, not to say that they're not going to cause as much of a distraction as possible on the other side of the map. In fact, Carrigan even alerts them to his presence as he charges through the Molotov, and it's a lovely headshot onto Hobbit. Vector betrayed, but Axel needs to find at least one here, doubles up, and finally some semblance of success for Cloud9 again.
That was very well worked. And Brokey already spotted by the MP9, and the fact that Axel was able to get 2, that's going to be huge for his confidence. Perfecto as well, not dying, is able to grab the AK there. And Cloud9, after such a long drought, Cloud9 finally get back on the board here. It took him a while. Brilliant shot by Carrigan, but it all was lost, especially with FaZe starting to rack up. You can see it in the kill feed as well. There was an assist from one of the FaZe members. They just all got in each other's ways. Now that and Boomage still is yet to activate, but Axel has at least gotten a kick under the butt there with 2 kills in the round. Maybe he's able to activate, but it's going into the final round of the half, and this is some aggression perhaps by Cloud9. Oh, awkward. Perfecto gets the kill flash, but he doesn't expect Carrigan as close as he is.
And Rain finds Electronic as well, sapping away at his electric playstyle. As, Axel fluffs his lines again. Brokey given a freebie there. Boomage left in a 1-on-4. Last round of the half, he's going to try for it. Lovely shot onto Carrigan, but he's been peppered through the veil of grey. And that forces him back, and the nade forces him out. Lovely stuff there from FaZe. Perhaps ball 1 in their favour. Doesn't speak amazingly for FaZe's chances. Brokey, though, doubles up on the dastardly Dooley. Boomage only a single response and twists. With 2 pistols of his own, fights on through, and that is a very fast pistol round for FaZe Clan. Hopefully that's the confidence booster they needed to keep themselves in line.
And pistol round marginally now means so much more. So great. And whoops. How quickly he was in behind. There's no way that Boomage ever reads into it. You can see the defense from FaZe was a lot stronger than Cloud9 would have expected. On the site, sure, there's going to be a lot of players, but they were all at the gate that Cloud9 wanted to funnel out of. That Perfecto, even when he wanted to activate, struggled. Unfortunately for Cloud9, they didn't buy into this, otherwise the massacre would be rather tough for them to watch right now and fully accept it. Bro, my God, Boomage almost gets a knife.
Close but no cigar, though. It wouldn't be the first time that Na'Vi have let a streak around slip by them after going for a knife kill. This one, nowhere near as egregious, though. But Twist was also on the server during that period, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that Dust 2 game is a sore spot for Na'Vi.
And as soon as he activates, sends the entirety of Cloud9 trundling, but Hobbit gets them right back up again.
He's taken FaZe to Isengard here. As Hobbit buys Cloud9 another lifeline, but Robs might be the interruption here. Hobbit could never expect to play like that. The rest of C9 sandwiched onto the A bomb site. They do have enough time to stick a plant, as it's for New Kid on the block and Boomich. And the old guard of Axel desperately trying to fend off FaZe. Rain has slipped through onto the site. Axel very vulnerable in his current stature. Robs peeking on in. They look to encapsulate him, but Axel fights first and harder out of the site itself. Robs peering in as Boomich and Axel have got the crossfire, and it will be a Cloud9 6. Massively well done and excellently saved by Hobbit despite Robs' best efforts.
A great timing on the double swing there. But the damage that Robs did, Hobbit's such a key component to this round. And Axel, that's a swivel and a half. Maybe we see second half Axel activate again. That's an important round, and of course you're going to be cheering for that. But, okay, great, you won the round. You still have 2 MAC-10s coming through. Nobody has head armor, so those MAC-10s are actually going to be vicious.
Yeah, have a look at this. No util either for FaZe, but Robs apparently doesn't need it for the first. Hobbit, again, the man to trade back. The interim IGL also finding his mojo was Brokey. Spots 2 players, unable to catch either of them, but Twist denying the bomb plant. That is massive. Brokey unable to stand the test of time, though. Electronic and Hobbit another frag apiece. A 2-on-2 ensues as the A bomb site again battle for. Such a pivotal round here.
Electronic might be able to spot Carrigan. Still isn't. Electronic is going to swing out of the smoke. He will get the kill on Twist, but Carrigan just about threads the needle. And FaZe Clan, an immediate rebuttal. And where it went wrong for Cloud9 is them getting stuck, both of them wanting to move over towards the fountain when there was only room for one.
Oh, dearie me. That's a rough one for C9 to let slip. FaZe onto double digits because of it. And Carrigan, you sneaky devil. Look at him go. Electronic preoccupied.
Perfecto. I don't know how much you read into FaZe being right around the corner. Rain. Trying to inch closer now, but that's right when everybody wants to start moving. Axel with the AK does get the kill here. Would have been an open B site, but Carrigan sees that vacant spot, quickly moves in.
Yeah, 2 players taking mid control as well, just as Hobbit goes for the cross, and Hobbit removed by Twists. Makes this round increasingly difficult. Axel clinging on by a thread on 4 HP. I'm surprised he's not given Perfecto the MP9 at this stage, but whatever floats your boat. As Rops anchors in. 1v3 for Perfecto required, and an MP9 at range to start off with. Oh, okay. The 1D perhaps instead the better option. Straight over to the AK, but time is a ticking. I don't know if he's got enough time to win this gunfight.
Technically. But Twist is not giving him one. So Perfecto. At this point, yeah, I like it. He just runs away. Realized that if I go for the plant here, they can let the timer run out. It's awkward all the way through, and now that he retains the AK, well, he's still gonna go into a round where Cloud9 are not looking strong in terms of the weaponry and also in terms of their aim right now.
Yeah, they're just missing a couple of the key components that allowed them success in map number 1. Yeah, perhaps a trading of picks here will be going on after all. Perhaps our 2-0 predictions a little endangered now, as neither side has been able to have a booming economy. Still no full util for FaZe, and Boomage booms onto Brokey. Explodes into the round, I should say. As that is the kind of opening we need, but Hobbit goes down as Robs reaggresses. The hunt comes through, and pressure constantly applied. Boots dug into the throats of FaZe Clan. A 4-on-3 ensues, though. It's still not the end of the world for the T side. As, hold on a minute, Axel actually wins that gunfight.
Okay. Must have been the camera's playing with us. Carrigan. It's got Boomage in his sights, but well, this is looking like a very short-lived story for Carrigan. Gets the first sentence down, but even with all the winning from FaZe, it has been rather close. So their economy is down low already. Maybe Cloud9 can then work into this. Axel. That's the thing, right? Yeah, Boomage and Axel haven't been showing up.
By 4 rounds, but this bomb plant, this round, it gives them hope at the very least.
And like the angle out of Carrigan as well. It's not tucked into a corner, which means that Cloud9 and Boomage just Boomage behind him on the wallpaper. I haven't seen that at all because it's written in black. But yeah, the angle for Carrigan there, because it's not tucked into a corner. Cloud9 weren't going to be pressing forward and check that. They spend a lot of time clear. This might just activate the rest of Cloud9 as well.
The smoke deployed, and that'll actually alleviate some of the pressure on the C9. Allows them to get out and Perfecto Franks Carrigan need to fly over. That should do some further chip damage. Nicely done. Brokey taking hits as Electronic spins the corner with Perfecto with Pandemonium on the bomb site. The Twist at least brings one back to the fold, doubles up. A 2-on-2 ensues. This one could still go either way. And so, in theory, could Cloud9. They're dashing it back over towards A, but you're right. Rops is on the bridge. He could deny this whole thing. Funnily enough, though, Hobbit still got the bomb. And now a winnable 1v2 comes to the fold. They think that he'd already scampered around the corner.
He doesn't know how strong this position is, and FaZe, they are about as far away as they could have been. Hobbit, so much time to reposition. He doesn't know it, so he's just gonna tuck himself in safely to a position where FaZe will probably expect him to be. But Hobbit, one of the factors that's been redeeming Cloud9. Sure, this is an injection of cash, but it would also mean map point for FaZe. A 2v1 is still a molly in the pocket of Rops as well. Throws it over towards Hobbit, and he's now forced to peek. Doesn't manage to get the kill. There's not a kit though, but there should still be enough time, albeit barely.
It's close, but yeah, just about. My goodness. That's a sore spot for Cloud9 there for sure. That should have been their round. FaZe really did not come in with all that much. They had Carrigan's orb, but the rest was forced on up, mishmashed together. Twist's 2K there absolutely saves them. And unfortunately for Boomage, has his back turned at the worst possible moment.
On top, Rops just waiting for the flash through, gets the go-ahead, and Rops, he's been dominant over that part of the map for so often. Perfecto doesn't expect Carrigan up close, but he swivels on a dime. Rain now around the corner, but he's in enemy territory. Flash to go through. That's behind Perfecto. Tries to get the head of Rain. Unscrew, but Boomage waiting for Robs.
This is a test of tenacity now for Cloud9. How much do they want this? How much do they want to embarrass FaZe as Twist alleviates the pressure? Electronic dispatched off out of middle. Rain caught on a timing, but will stay alive. Perfecto can't quite finish the job. We will have a 3v3 battle on B.
Well, disregard that. It's into a 2-on-2 right now. Hobbit able to get the go-ahead for Cloud9, leaving just Brokey with the AWP, with how low the economy is for FaZe, and also the rounds that they've got in favor here. Those openers, but Hobbit about to be walking into the claws of Brokey.
Yeah, again, I don't get why you just run with no weaponry out there. Brokey could have been anywhere on the map, and he's showing up right in front of you. It's a free kill for him. Further weaponry removed from an already struggling Cloud9 side. That's a nice save there from Brokey. $4,750 is an expensive investment at any point of the game. As Cloud9 invest all they had into that last round, they put themselves up onto weight. It's 4 more rounds required in a row in order to equalize with FaZe and take this one to an overtime. FaZe have a history of losing to Cloud9 in OTs as well.
P90 being brought out. Molly on Brokey. He's going to reposition, but this P90 will go down very quickly. Perfecto is able to catch up with him at least. Hobbit might just want to pick up that P90. No, he realizes his worth. And Twist, Deagle, hiding behind the pillar for now. And because they've got such a deep position, Hobbit doesn't check it. Perfecto. Hobbit still not really checking it finally, but Robs again, well, he does win the battle, but the war is in favor of Hobbit, who had a back creep going on Rain. About to move through, or at least thinking about it. Boomage, he's got patience, but it will be FaZe. That fully forced back. That Molly's a door shut in the face of Carrigan.
A very nice AWP shot from Rain, though. There is still time left on this bomb. They didn't come into this round with much, but they might leave with everything. Perfecto thrust into an unexpected 1v2. Finds Karrigan. Can he isolate Rain? The flash comes over the top. The AWP will be blinded, but Rain with a 1-dig. I think he might actually have it.
Yeah.
What a disgusting way to be closing out map 2. FaZe will be taking us to a decider and a third.
Oh my god, and something that they were so good at on the side of Cloud9 on overpass was disallowing FaZe to pick up the weaponry, but all of a sudden they came rolling in with a P90 and an AWP as well. And that was Brokey's AWP that was dropped over at mid. Nobody picked it up. Nobody threw it away either. And that gave this go-ahead kill a very crisp shot. And the P90 in the close-range altercation. It's always scary with Cloud9. They're going to have to fight this out on Ancient. FaZe, they do triumph. And they slap back, of course.
T-sides today have been bringing the impact for the likes of Cloud9 at least. Axel, Brokey filled the feed, and as the knives continue on through, it's a 1v2 for Hobbit. He's not surviving that one. It's Twists and Rain. Yeah. That's on Ancient alone. But FaZe have also not lost it in CS2. One of these teams will eventually have to win their streak, as it is a absolute scrap fest in towards Cave to start things off there. Boomich and Hobbit fighting to the death as it's Cloud9 again, coming at it with pace, coming at it with skill and precision in a pistol. Drops on just Kevlar here, probably going to go for the save.
And already a tad bit of a difference from Anubis. You know, when you mentioned why is Hobbit running with his knife out, well, that was because he thought it was clear, which he was wrong. And right now, as soon as they have 3 kills in Cave already, they still aggressed further and expected somebody to be around the corner. It's Boomich. Ooh, hello. And the lights are on in his room now as well.
That's how you can tell Boomich is serious. The lights are on. And Boomich certainly making it known that he is home. Lovely kill onto Twists there, and I don't know how he gets away with it.
Behind him as well, there's Karrigan. He's inching forward. No shout to give it away, but Axel, quick on the trigger, plants a bullet in the face. This is definitely an oddball strategy for FaZe to not go for the full buy-up, go for the MP9, so they've got everything that they want into the next round.
Yeah, MP9 to farm up cash here as Axel saving the life of Perfecto cleanly. And, oh, hold on a minute, Electronic's just going to run on through, because why the hell not? Twist has been heard, Electronic yet to be spotted. Does eventually go down to Rain, though, and that has given up a free AK. Twists at range, a cracking spray. As Boomich and Perfecto now left in a far more dire situation than it ever needed to be. Rain will not be allowed out. Twists denied any presence. Cloud9 do get away with the round and will be able to full buy come the next, but that is just a weird set of circumstances, Dan. I've not seen anything like that in a while.
And I don't think it's a questionable push anyway, even if it was on the back of a flash or even when there was no smoke in the way, because they've got MP9s. I reckon you're fine with them having 2 MP9s going into the third round when you're 3-0 up, so you... And all of them are concentrated, Rain. Let's have a field day if you can get the shooting right. That's the first, please. Bomb down. Perfecto next around the corner. Everybody turns into a victim of the man, Rain.
Yeah, he's raining down hailfire towards this cave position. One of the greatest cave players to ever do it. As I said in the pre-game, defining the meta of how to play that position and constantly delivering heavy blows. Well,
there is for Cloud9 though. That little spray battle, okay, very fun. That's just a Hobbit. Molly to go through as well. Twist now forced out of his spot, but Hobbit not really paying attention as he extinguishes his own Molly. And this is huge for Cloud9. What an opener, Electronic and Boomage.
Yeah, as the bomb is planted, Cloud9 firmly cemented as the favourites to take a fourth. Electronic finds Rain. And that's always a catalyst for disaster. As the electrical storm fends off further. Karrigan and Twist taking damage. Boomich lobs a nade on through, and Karrigan lucky to be alive, not for much longer. Axel Perfecto squeeze them, constrict them, weaving like a snake around that, attempted retake. As I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing so far from Cloud9.
And this is exactly what was missing on Anubis, that individual power. If Cloud9 didn't get the kills that they did, all of a sudden you're looking at Perfecto and thinking, why the hell are you over there? but he's there in case it all works out. And
puts a pincer. Rain going for an attempted swing on B-Ramp, spotted by Hobbit, barely gets away with his life. And no coverage either. Carrigan to fall, Brokey into a nice up shot, but a 2-bursted fall just seems so ridiculously unwinnable, especially as the rotation to A comes in.
And Cloud9, I love that they're not being stubborn. They realize that there's more pressure on them on the B side than there is on A, because they've got that deep electronic maneuver already coming through.
Himself after a pretty poor Anubis showing. As he rounds this corner, though.
Just dies to the bomb.
What?
Yeah. I was thinking that, because this bomb is so stupid. Brokey, he is safe at the end of it. 13 HP sitting on the other bomb site, and you still die. That is ridiculous.
Okay, Val, that is nonsense.
He's like, Cloud9, they're going to have to work for this.
Yeah, pulling out a flash there, ended up in his demise, and now Rob's on an AK. Could still tear this round apart. There's no way that Cloud9 should be losing a round like this, but it's definitely on the cards as Perfecto will drop a smoke to allow the bomb plant to come on in. Actually, a wall of smokes deployed now, as Axel patiently looks to support his teammate. Robs gives up his position with a smoke spam, but Perfecto disposition.
This is Axel's exit. Swaps AKs. Actually stays around. This is dangerous. If you lose your life here. Okay, the timer does save him because FaZe were about to swing heavily onto him. And that's around that Cloud9 shouldn't be losing with what FaZe plan had coming into it. All of a sudden, FaZe. Still a gap of 3 in between the two. Putting himself on the line here with a few shots popping through as well. Trying to bait this exactly in. Oh, wow. The confidence from Twist and the push from Axel also thwarted. Nothing that Cloud9 are doing right now is enough to get rid of Twist or even do some damage on him. Hobbit is going to look for an altercation with Rain. Going to pick on him. Rain then make a step. Hobbit pulls out of the util and he'll get caught with his pants down.
This is with Carrigan going 0-6 as well.
Up on the line, even tapping through the smokes to send that sound cue over. And really try to get Cloud9 to engage with him. FaZe. Now that they're fighting back against Cloud9, this is where it all went wrong.
They start lobbing in the utility. That's Donut covered off. The boost comes through. A little bit laboured, and Brokey, what a banger. But Axel, great trade.
Carrigan, okay, that laser beam. It activates Carrigan again. So pivotal on the round, and sure, Brokey doesn't like playing peekaboo, he just closes the head off. And Boomage. He is technically the AWPer of this team. Well, this would be a way to make a stand. Gets the first on Rob, so there is a back read that he actually wants to look back at now with a little C-Swiss. Uh-oh. Boomage, how big of a read do you have into this? None. Nothing at all. Reigns knows that he's got this one as soon as he hears Boomage stepping. And FaZe. It got so close. This is going to be tough for their economy, but they won the round in the end. Oh, that's snappy.
Brokey. So snappy, he's ended up on ends with that shot. As Boomage, this was almost the perfect round. If he just runs forward instead of backwards there, if he just trusts his gut. Oh, wow. Okay, he's adjusting the camera for a second there, clearly, to ensure that nobody else tries a similar trick, but it's not going to matter all that much, as what matters now is Carrigan under pressure. Axel shows his hand, locks off the head of the opposition IGL. Will this be enough to win them the site? And will Boomage survive the rotation to pick up the C4?
I was going to say, Boomage, why you're aggressing forward? You're the only key to this round. Perfecto able to get the kill on Twist. Perfecto then locates the head of Rob simultaneously with the initial kill that he's been able to get. And this position has always worked out for Electronic. And if it doesn't, you've got Perfecto ready for the wide swing as well. Brokey round the corner. Electronic activates Perfecto, tries to capitalize. But the timer is starting to tick. Brokey whiffs his lines. And that means Perfecto with 3 Ps will convert the round for Cloud9. And at minimum, they're going to have a tied scoreline.
That gets a lot closer than it needed to, though. The bomb needing to make its way over to the site. Almost a forgotten about factor. But after such a great start as well. A lovely shot onto Hobbit there from Brokey. As Cloud9 mop up towards the site itself. Yeah, it looked like it could have gotten a lot more dire. But Carrigan going down without a trade. That was a true spanner in the works. And now Cloud9 need to work hard in order to win out this half as Perfecto brutalize Rain and Brokey Twist chimes in. Looks like there won't be any winning of a half here, but Exile does at least stabilize with Boomich.
This is all mattering is Brokey. He's been strong on those shots. Very consistent, leaving just Axel. Of course, you're going to have a crack at this. Brokey. He shouldn't regress any further, but he is, and actually will catch perfect timing. But you've got the bomb, you've got everything, and with how low Twist is, your life is so damn valuable. All of a sudden, especially with the capabilities of Axel, this round is wide open. Sees a bit of utility laying on the ground. That's a smoke. That's actually pretty instrumental, but he first needs to go and retrieve the bomb, wants to see whether there's no quick back creep coming through. But they're actually allowing that bomb to be grabbed to a certain extent. Axel needs to stay hidden as long as he can. Rops, he's not going to have any sort of vision, but I reckon he's going to try and pop through at least a few shots. Axel, he just crosses. Twist needs to use this off angle to his advantage.
Wait, does Axel go A here? There's no way that Axel is able to get A, surely. Twist may be starting to feel like this could be a possibility, though. Getting a little nervous in towards his ninja position. The crossfire still held here, but Axel's going to need a kill sooner rather than later. Starts making steps. Twist will be punished. As now it's all up to Rops, and Rops has the perfect angle for this. Denies the bomb plant. Cloud9 will not be winning that last round of the half. Rounds on this T side, though. So it will be an uphill struggle against FAZE here. Hobbit. Well, struggle, definitely the right definition, but he makes it look easy for the first two. Rain fires off a shot from his Glock and will trade on out, but can Cloud9 convert another pistol? Well, they've got the advantage, at least for now.
Axel looking for that way back in. There's so many bodies looking at him, but nobody else ready to go. As soon as they're all distracted, so FAZE, they're going to have a moment of reprieve, but Electronic sniping from behind with that USP. Carrigan has found out, and now that Rain is making noise, those two will start rattling away. They do have to be careful here. There's only two players left alive, and that bomb is ticked down a decent time already, but they do manage to get Rain, and there's ample time left to get this defuse sorted.
Ample, perhaps a generous term, but I get what you're saying. Cloud9
3-4 seconds.
Able to find both the defuse and another pistol. Can we quickly check how many pistol rounds Cloud9 have won so far? Because they've been ridiculously good at winning over those pistol rounds. I think FAZE...
This is not the greatest defense. Ropes almost seen by Hobbit around the corner fully now. Electronic is also going to go down, and that's just FAZE coming in with all the kills. Finally, Boomich with some sort of answer continues to spray, but he runs out of bullets. That just leaves it in the hand of Axile.
A 1 versus 2 with an MP9 up against the might of Robson Brokey. It gets very messy there after Carrigan is allowed to get away with a double homicide. They slip the net and ebb their way over towards A. Axel has no idea, but he should start to get some semblance of an idea now. He should also probably upgrade that weapon whilst he's at it. An MP9 at range, definitely not a fun solution, but no, just continues down the path towards middle. He's going to try and stick to his guns and stick it back to FAZE.
He's so scared of somebody just being in cave, and as soon as you make a sound cue, then you're going to be in trouble. But now you're going to be running into a 1v2. Honestly, maybe you give this one up. They're still both full HP as well. Axel making a lot of noise. Brokey is going to be calling all of this through. Now up against Axel, peeks into him. That's a simple kill. Very ambitious for Axel to be going for it, especially all considering he didn't pick up any of the rifles that were laying around due to being afraid of making a sound cue.
Now we even see Brokey crack a smile there after that frag, though. I guess I like the idea from Cloud9, but letting Carrigan get away with that is... well, it's what loses him the round, in effect. Crossfire. Do they get anything for this? Will they be rewarded with another kill onto Carrigan? It's certainly possible. Wait, Carrigan, how was he even adjusted for that? But Perfecto doubles up with a 5-7, bags an AK. and another one able to be picked up by a teammate. This is an advantage for C9.
This is scary now because Twist and Broker, they're starting to move through, but Perfecto might just be able to come through as well. It's definitely not Hobbit at least. Perfecto now with an AK swings wide. It's Twist to lay him flat. And this electronic push is also going to go up in smoke as soon as he pushes forward. Maybe Brokey is still at the end of his life. But Cloud9, they had their openings. They were very slim. They weren't able to take him. And that now means that the round is pocketed by FaZe. Unless Axel, yeah, he goes for it again. But with the pistol, the chances are even weaker than when he had the MP9 to go for it. Sure, FaZe, they do convert the round. It's a tad bit scary and actually kind of surprising how far Boomage is able to tuck himself into that corner.
Yeah, they at least do good damage, though, on that Cloud9 side. The pistol save certainly made to be worthwhile, but it's just damage they're doing at the moment.
With Perfecto peak, and that sells Boomage's position. Doesn't really matter all that much. It's Axel who's in the engagement, and he lost it against Rops.
Electronic is here to mitigate, but unfortunately for him, Rops is just too on point today. Boomage, the timing, are you kidding me? Sees Rops, but still looks away. Laser focus towards Shelf, and that will be his undoing. It's all down to Hobbit now. A 1 versus 4, picks up 1, but it's already an impossible ordeal. He just needs to cling on to what he has left, and that's not very much at all. Even being hunted, pressured by Rain, as FaZe twist and turn themselves into an even more menacing machine than they once were.
My oh my, FaZe just better right now. And they smell blood in the water. Hobbit. A dead man walking, Rain about to turn around the corner and give him the first challenge, and Hobbit is not prepared for it. FaZe, they come alive when it matters the most. They were under pressure, they lost their own map pick, and from there on out, there's been halves that have been strugglesome. But the overarching theme of the game has still been them in control. Look at that shot from Brokey as well.
Yeah, Brokey's been hitting some insanely tough shots in this, throughout this entire series, but that is
no such sight. Boost up here as well. Ooh, Boomage needs to be careful. Carrigan, it's not the biggest giveaway when you're in cave. Hobbit is able to kill Rain, and actually they didn't hear those bullets at all. Carrigan moving through in the flames, still gets another kill. Gives the leg up to FaZe here, but Rob's up in mid. It's Axel to strike, and now Electronic Brokey yet again. And FaZe, they continue their path towards victory, but he's cut up from the bomb, or at least so he thinks. Axel is rotating the long way around.
Oh, Axel. He's chosen the wrong bomb site. Brokey just needed to go back to pick up the C4 through double doors. He's struggling to find it for a second, it seems. But no, he's gone back for it, just clearing out sewers, and will decide that B is where he wants to finish up. A 1 versus 3 clutch potential here for Brokey. This would be it. This would be the killer of Cloud9. A 3 versus 1 it was for the boys in blue, but blue definitely the emotion they'll be feeling if this one does not go in their favor. 20 seconds left to get the bomb down, and Axel has finally realized his mistake.
It was a very odd angle to be holding. Axel, they just changed glances. Brokey picks Brokey with the rifle. It's Axel instead. Give Cloud9 second wind here going into Ancient and the business end here. And just looking for the AWP as well. And some extra utility on the back of it. He's got a kit. No worries here at all.
Yeah, 8 rounds on the board here for Cloud9, and denying FaZe match point gives them that second win, gives them that lifeline. They were hanging on by a thread. Brokey, such a valiant effort. He comes so damn close. Continues to fly on out. Starts burning in front of Perfecto's feet, but he holds steady. He holds the line. And that's the most important part, but his shot rattles off between 2. And so no man advantage netted early doors until Axel goes wild through a smoke. But Brokey responds on back, and it's really not looking too good for Cloud9 now.
Perfecto going in with the USP there. In a basically a 1v4 scenario. So much guts and, well, perhaps too much here. Unless Cloud9 can clutch this one out. It's a 2v4. They don't have any money to fall back on. And it's Electronic going down within an instant. Hobbit next on the chopping block. He will evade the knife for now. But then Rops comes through with a big slicer. And that was looking like a decent hold initially for Cloud9, but then they just started chasing after the kills. First, it was Axel at the edge of the smoke. He got the kill. Very well done, but instead of taking it and grabbing it and running with it, he went back for more. I was going to say, surely you don't peek back into that. With just the CZ Electronic around the corner. Ray is going to be caught off guard and out. Oh my god, that's a huge read. Ray was also looking back as Brokey with the kill. Now Carrigan getting some kills on the board when it matters. Hobbit runs out of bullets, and that means the timer is ticking.
It's all falling apart here, Hyperia. Boomich peers on him, but does drop the bomb. Hold on a moment. There's only 20 seconds remaining. This could be one on time if Boomich plays his cards right. Brokey charging forward. Boomich, another headshot on the CZ. With 10 seconds remaining, it's not going to matter. The final frag falls in favor of FaZe Clan, and they will be our first